bitching.
We are back with session 2. The quest of Alaria. Here with all of our good dudes the second time in our Chat GPT DM aided story created quest. Our questers, like the time before, include Architrax Norix, Nox, Hadrian Ironsoul, and Captain Konar Teast. In the last session, they found themselves on a merchant caravan in some form or fashion as a traveler or as a guard. When they made camp, they lost one of their wagons. They went after it and found an abandoned cart and a beaten merchant. After some looking in the dark, they found a bandit camp. Here they found themselves and pretended to be new recruits, tricking the captain into a little bit of confusion, and here they are springing a trap as the goblin bandit captain draws his long sword, which I have statted here in Chat GPT. There it is. I am going to add a turn for the rest of the bandits. They are not awake at this moment. They were all drunk, but they need to have an initiative when they wake up. Okie dokie. Boy, this is exciting so far, right? Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I do have a question just for clarification.
Oh shit.
This.
Am I getting y'all's audio? Will you guys say something?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm
But
gonna
poo-poo.
ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably smart too.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah.
Is it picking it up? Yes.
Taking
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yep, I'm not getting any of your audio. None of it.
Well, just splice that intro back in. There's no sense in doing perfect twice. From the radio pipes of an angel. And the editing skills of a toaster.
Okay, I'm back. I do have slightly better editing skills than a toaster, but that's because I have thumbs. These are undeniable facts. I think I've got everybody's audio recording now.
Yo.
There it is. God, I wondered why I was so boring.
Chomp.
I got nothing.
Well, I got a question for you for clarification.
Yeah.
So this boss with the top hat that we've been talking to is a goblin?
Yes, he is actually a goblin.
Okay.
If you were to, look around, you might see some other sorted races too.
Yes. So the person I put the arms over his chest and kind of pray for him. Was he a human or a goblin?
The merchant was a human. The one that
No, the one that died here in the camp.
the one that died there.
Yes.
He was
Alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, he was
We
a
presume.
human or a half elf.
Basically.
You
Okay.
weren't like paying,
But not goblinoid.
not goblinoid.
You got a problem with goblins?
I'm about
Probably
to.
a little bit more than humans. I know where they lie. In the ground. No. They just tend to-
Note.
They're just gods tend to be not good gods. So
Got it.
I have
Goblin
tabs
it.
open.
but we are an initiative, right? We're fighting.
Yes,
So
the
what's
captain
happening?
drew his long sword. Architrax Norix was waiting in the bushes with his spear drawn, waiting for just this sort of encounter. As you guys had planned as you walked up to create your distraction, you managed a good distraction as you talked your way directly into the heart of the camp, even managing to get some grunts and groans from the scattered, drunken troop. It's early morning light, it's daytime, but like very early morning, like 6:30 probably. The sun is just starting to crest on the horizon, and you're in initiative, Captain Cone Artiste.
Yeah. So I see him start to pull his longsword,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to just take the tiniest step beside him, kind of behind him a little bit, and I'm going to hope that he's. Is he looking at Hadrian, or is he looking at me?
He's looking directly at you as you were just poking him in the chest, which is what ultimately drove him to be angry with you specifically.
Okay, I'm going to look directly at this goblin, and then I'm going to look over his shoulder at Hadrian, and kind of give him a "you gonna hurry this up" kind of motion. And I'm gonna wait. And here's my idea: I'm hoping that Hadrian's gonna brain him one good time, and when he turns around, I'm gonna stab him. But here's the thing: I'm looking at Hadrian, and I say, "Try to keep the coat clean."
You already
So
called
I'm gonna hold my turn until Hadrian hits him. Yeah.
Yep. All right. We've got Captain Koner holding a stab action. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So
That brings us to Hadrian, Iron Soul.
you might be learning a lesson right now.
Mm-hmm.
As I am going to hold my action until he hurts someone else. And I'm going to say, please, fine sir, you do not need to don your weapons with us. We are merely trying to seek a peaceful resolution to your crimes and see if
No,
we can do this well.
he's a terrible boss.
And I will hold my action until he hurts somebody or does something more violent than just pull out his sword.
He doesn't have an initiative.
Yeah, he's so far he's not in initiative, correct?
No,
I see a
he's-
3 and a 0.
He's at the very end.
Oh, he was a 3. Yeah, okay.
He was a 3.
He was down there. Thank you. I didn't see him. I was getting nervous. Knox, you were hiding in the bushes?
I'm off in the bushes. Really like the look of that sword coming out. I'm also not right there in what's going on.
I mean, you're what, 10 feet away?
Yeah, 15 feet
Yeah.
tops. You can, from your hidden
Yeah.
vantage point, you can see all that's going on, as could Architrex Norix. He's drawn his lawn sword in a threatening posture, like a goblin bandit might.
He has. Well, I think Nox is going to hold his as well. He's definitely got his blowgun ready. He'll hold his just because there's no real threat now.
Awesome.
Boy, do I like killing.
The bandit camp itself still remains pretty calm, as no shouting, yelling, or blood-curdling death has ensued. Which brings us to Architrax. You see him draw his longsword.
Didn't you skip the the bandits are not taking an action?
Yeah, they're
Nobody's doing anything.
They're not in initiative because most of them are drunk and passed out. The only one who really responded to your entry into the camp at all had been the captain.
Do I get advantage since he's surrounded?
Is that how ranged advantage works?
No,
I don't think that's.
I don't know.
we came
It's
up with
thrown.
it.
It's a melee weapon, but anyway, yeah. What is going on here? And then as a bonus action, if that doesn't hit, I'm gonna throw. Oh, even worse. I'm gonna come out
Just did the 14.
over here. Yeah.
The 14 did not hit. The javelin lands in the ground, right next to you.
Seems to be javelins falling from the sky.
Who was that?
Hand axe.
And hand axe. Yeah, 8 doesn't hit either. As a hand axe flies,
Drops on the ground.
it sticks in the back of the corpse, covered in its own vomit.
I poke the goblin in the chest and say, "Are you dropping stuff now?"
What is
I just-
going on
I just-
here? Is this an ambush? You aren't my men. And he stabs at Captain Conartiste.
Oh, fucking time.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
So
Okay.
there was.
So I was holding my action until he did something violent.
Mhm.
And in that case, I'm
was
going
violent.
Yeah. I will then release my quarterstaff upon his body.
That's 8 piercing damage.
8.
Yep, 8.
That hurts real bad. I feel terrible at this point.
Oh,
But now that Adrian has swung his stick, I'm going to stab the guy in the eyeball.
The quarterstaff absolutely lands, and you
We have
brain the man
advantage.
back in the. Yeah, you brain him right in the back of the head. But yeah, did you hit him twice?
No, we have advantage, so I just rolled again.
Okay, yeah, 21 hits.
So I stabbed with my dagger, and it was a 23, so I assumed I hit. I did 8 damage.
So your prompt was him hitting.
It was Hadrian hitting him.
Okay.
And so
Chain reaction.
now that he got smacked in the back of the head with the stick, I'm going to do the "Hey, look out!" and point with my dagger to where it goes in his eye. You know, it's like why you don't run around scissors.
Right.
Yeah.
What is that? 12, 13 damage.
Ooh, sorry.
All of us together, 14.
14.
How'd you get 14?
Because he rolled 6 with his stick, and I rolled 8 with my pointy.
Oh, you rolled 8 with the pointy.
Yes.
Oh, I see. 8 with pointy and 6. 8 and 6 equals 14. Yep. I can add.
You can. We all can. I hope.
He's not moving. I was just trying to get something in here. Thank you. It is now Captain Conartiste's turn in initiative again. You have a long sword that's sticking like into your side.
Yeah.
That can't feel good.
Are you okay,
It's not great.
Captain?
Okay. Well then, yeah. I'm going to. I have one dagger in my right hand. At this point, I'm going to pull forth the one in my left hand, and I will. I'm going to attack him with both hands. One offhand.
Okay.
One up hand. So the first one is 24 to hit, and the other one is a 14. We know the 14 doesn't hit.
You have advantage.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's flanked.
There's the first one then.
Yep.
Then here's
First
the
one's a
second
hit.
dagger attack.
No,
14.
Second one misses.
So it's the same. So I did 8 damage as I stab him again. And then I spit blood in his face and say, I've been to a lot of ports.
You spit blood in my eye, Hadrian.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. Let's see how this works. I've never seen this spell before. I'm going to utter a divine word. Oriel, bring your light and guide us into peace upon this planet, or this realm. Constitution saving throw.
How many? In 5 feet? Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just him. Con save.
Just
Are you limited to the goblin?
Well, that's the only thing that's
each
actually
creature
within
of my
5 feet
choice,
of.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are there
I'm
2
not.
Hadrian Iron Souls on the board?
There's one.
Yeah, I only see one.
I have 3 for some reason. That's freaking weird. Let me refresh the screen.
Yeah, this is the only one here.
You're doing some weird Funky Titan magic.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was weird. All right, I got you. Cool.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, he did 7.
Sweet. Okay, let's figure out. Do I do it this way? Yes. There we go.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty neat.
That's a good one.
I feel like he's reaching out towards me.
It's just 4
It
radiant
looks like-
damage then?
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Burning hot white light.
Like a poor in
Massive
church.
sunburn.
Oh, my eyes. I can't see shit. Fuck. Oh, Knox.
All right, so things are happening. Go ahead and hit him with an infestation.
Oh yeah.
Con save. 8.
Constitution save.
8 fails. He has a DC 12.
Mm-hmm.
He rolls a d4 to determine what
The direction.
his direction is.
Yeah. Oh, there's the 3 poison damage. I see it.
Damn.
Which way is he going?
He rolls a D4. North, south, east, west in order. So east.
The 3, he's east.
5 feet? And is he
Yes.
knocked? Is he knocked prone? Move speed.
No, he just moves.
Mm-hmm. That
Does
knocks
not
him.
provoke
It,
to do.
it doesn't what?
No opportunity.
Opportunity attacks. I see it.
Yeah, opportunity, sorry.
Yep.
Then I'll go ahead and hit him with blowgun. This one first.
So your
Yeah.
infestation is an action.
Right. You can't do both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't. I thought you got 2 actions.
Action, bonus action, movement.
And it'll say whether it's a bonus action or
Sorry.
not. So
Yeah, like here I'll show you.
Is not.
Like
It's my fault.
yeah, you
sorry.
see this says 1 bonus action casting time. It'll say bonus action.
Oh, gotcha.
I cough.
Okay.
That would have been nice.
And I am done.
yeah, your blowgun gift didn't work either, which is sad.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Okay.
Told you how several times.
All right. At this point, you guys notice that some of the bandits that were drunk and stupefied seem to kind of sit up and look at your direction. You don't need a perception to see that they're not clamoring to their feet as they just sit down and watch. Architrix.
They just sat down and watched.
More like they haven't gotten up, to my understanding.
Yeah, it's more like
We should try to make them think he's going to steal all the goods for him.
I'll try this again.
It's a mutiny.
I think what's the normal movement speed is 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go up to stand on this chair and try to throw another javelin into this goblin's chest.
You just pull the javelin that was in the ground right back
Yeah,
out of
okay.
right back out of the
Excellent.
ground and hurl the javelin straight into his
From the top.
straight into his shoulder. It goes like straight through his body. That's 6 damage. It's sticking out of his side.
If just like in the GIF.
Oh, watch the coat.
Ah!
Oh
The
god,
coat?
yes, just like the GIF. Oh my god, that's awful. I'm watching it. Oh,
Was it right?
Yeah, that's hard to watch.
why was that guy standing there?
Isn't that great?
This is perfect.
This is what I said I was going to save, and nobody noticed the first. Okay, so there's that, and then I think the technical rule says I can't draw another weapon and throw it with the bonus action. So, bonus action will be to I'm going to try to attempt to intimidate the other two dudes.
You only need one hand to throw a javelin. Why didn't you already have a hand axe in the other?
I mean, because I don't because I threw the javelin and the axe in the first turn. So could I pick up the other? You know what I mean? Like I could draw. I have more than one axe.
You have more than one axe,
but I don't think I could draw and throw 2 thrown weapons in one as a second thrown weapon as part of the bonus action.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I like the drawing of a weapon taking a whole action seems stupid.
It's part of the attack action, but I don't know if it counts as part of a bonus action. That's
technically words written to change weapons and stuff is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can draw and attack with a weapon in one action, but then the bonus thing, unless you have special, because there are special feats for that, so it would be diminishing the. Some of that.
We're gonna break enough rules. Let's leave that one. Okay,
all right.
So what are you doing as a bonus action?
Okay, well, in the style of the butcher, I'm gonna whip another hand axe at him.
Yeah. That's it, right? Like, where do you put it relative to the javelin? Like, try to go center mass?
No, I'd like to go in the taking the jacket in consideration. I'd like to go for like center of his forehead.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Maybe put a split in the front of the hat. And then, if you don't mind, just for flavor, turn and hiss at the other 2 guards from the top of the chair. You know, like a toothy smile.
They actually start clapping as they're seated from their bedrolls. Some of them are still drinking. They woke up with the bottle in their hand.
Oh no.
Goblin Bandit roars in pain. Oh, you guys! Hang on, what was his voice? Oh yeah, I forgot what his voice was like. He was, hey, oh you suck. You're the worst minions I've ever had. I'm gonna cut you all. And he spins around with his sword, and tries to, or he takes his step back forward, and tries to swing at Hadrian. Iron Soul.
Auriel will protect me.
16.
Oh no.
Didn't.
Oh no, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
That's the normal reaction.
The way
to
that played out was like, oh no, did not protect me.
Why hast thou forsaken me?
Not again, Ariel. No,
No, that's a miss. Then.
I have an armor class 13.
Oh, that's great. So, Goblin Bandit swings his long sword at you, and you just stand there as the blade swipes right in front of your face, unflinching. That brings.
Are
it
you
back to
sword
the
and
top.
board?
Say again.
I was asking if he's sword and board.
Staff and shield.
Okay.
Really, I have a mace too, but
Yeah.
mace is when I want to get business.
Wall and ball.
Yes.
You're still looking for a peaceful resolution.
Yes.
So he's now facing Hadrian, right?
He is. Yes, he is staring right at Hadrian.
I'm aiming my dagger at his ear.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So that is 19 damage.
Oh man. Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's great. Yeah, if I didn't already state it, he had been bloodied the middle of the last round. The goblin bandit drops to his knees with this dagger sticking out of the side of his head, and his eyes are kind of going backwards and forwards and in and out. It's not pretty.
It's a rather
I've heard about this veil thing. I think it applies.
It all gets a little darker.
Hadrian Iron Soul, you're staring at a goblin bandit, bloodied and beaten, and blood pouring out of the corner of his eyes and down the side of his face. He's panting and looking in all kinds of directions.
Well, fine, sir. I implore you to lay your arms down and come to your wits, and maybe you might come out of this alive, and the rest of your companions can go about your business and maybe choose better paths. I will leave this decision up to you, or we will leave this decision up to you. I'm going to speak for the group unknowingly. And hold my action, and if he doesn't drop his sword, or I'm sure he will die before then, but if he doesn't drop his sword, then I will attack.
Knox.
Hey Nelson, just go back a step. The second hand axe I threw had my ability modifier applied to it, so it did 3 less damage than it showed on the roll.
3 less?
Yeah, so he can have 3 hit points.
Yeah.
Back.
He still looks bad.
I'm going to go ahead and whomp him with poison. I don't like how he's been treating my friend.
Yep. Yeah, he takes that poison spray right to the face, with all the blood pouring out of his membranes. It's absorbed really well.
I'm going to look over at the bandits and to him, like, this is for you, as I send that dust of poison at them, at him.
They all continue clapping as they sit there. Some of them are even cheering. You know, they're like very polite. They're enjoying the
No
spectacle.
honor among thieves.
Indeed. And I'll end.
This bandit right here in the corner. Comes here to the side, right beside the bandit captain, and kicks him and gets a critical hit.
He kicks the leader.
Yes.
That's awesome. Love it.
I high five him.
Yeah, and he kicks him so hard that he falls over, and the dagger that was jabbed inside of his ear goes straight through the other side of his head, and his eyeballs pop out as he drops to the ground dead.
Like straight out
Yeah, his eyes pop straight out. Yeah,
on the ground and everything.
on the ground. Yeah, well, they're still attached to his face, but they're bulging out to where, like, if you hit them hard enough, they'd probably fall out.
Right before they pop in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
Okay.
Architrex, it's your turn.
Well,
All the bandits
I'm just gonna
are cheering. All the bandits are cheering and clapping. Some of them have stood up, and they're not jumping because they're all very drunk.
Architrex, Trax for short, is very confused. So he just I go ahead and pull a maul from my back.
Yeah.
And just hold it and in a kind of confused manner look at them with my head cocked and in a sort of a pitiful kind of shaking head, prepared to attack if any of them approach in an aggressive manner.
The goblin captain lies dead on the ground. Captain Konar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna look at the bandit who kicked his captain to death, and I'm gonna bend down.
Unarmed.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't need them. I mean, look at the man. I mean, goodness. No, but I'm gonna reach down towards the goblin on the ground, and look up at that guy and be like, "I'm taking that coat, you know."
Yeah, that's fine. It's your jacket now. You killed him, or you
Is that how that works around here? Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that there wasn't really a coming back from that, but they still, you get it.
That was a lucky kick.
It was beautiful,
Did you
really.
see his eyeballs?
I was looking at them, like right into them. It was horrifying in an artistic way.
Konar, how are your wounds?
I cough a little bit and say, "It's Captain," and bad.
I'm sorry, Captain.
I'm pretty sure he got a kidney.
At this point, you guys are out of initiative.
Yeah, I think that's the urine coming out. Yeah, I could use a help.
So how many of you guys are there? I mean, I was kind of sleeping when you started shouting about one more, but you're not part of our group.
No, I don't think so.
Why didn't the gift work? I think I had 2 cure wounds. I didn't do the right one.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, pretty sure it's just the 4 of us here. Not that it's important, but
1,
yeah, or
2, 3. I mean, I see
just
3 of you.
Just trust me on that one.
Well, it's all right. I was never much good at counting. That's why I became a bandit.
That's, you know what? Understandable. You play to your strengths. I can appreciate that. So yeah, ultimately, no problems with you. Again, Beautiful kick. However, we are going to need to take that cart back and all of its belongings. I know you understand.
Well, we left the cart down by the road, but it was just
Well,
normal business. You understand, right? The merchants come through. It's like a tax. The king takes his little piece. We gotta take our little piece.
well, I kind of look over my shoulder at Hadrian, and then look back at the guy and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm nodding yes.
It's the boss there. He was really pushing us to, take certain caravans. There's he's
Oh, I see.
ever since he came around, it's been, crappy. We're attacking more. I'm feeling like the bad guy. I used to just be the not good guy.
What is his name?
We
I
called
don't
him
think it's.
boss.
Did he? I'm assuming you are bad at the letters as well as the numbers. Am I right in that? I'm asking because were there any pieces of paper that had a drawing that looked like him on them? Are you aware of that?
A drawing of him?
Right, like his face, and then there'd be a mix of letters and numbers.
Oh, I've seen some pictures of those in closer to the city, to the main city. I don't go there a lot cuz I've got some pictures with some, scribbles on them too.
Sure. I tell you what,
He
I'll
had
make
a
a
lot
deal with
more scribbles on his, as I recall. There was more.
that is
More scribbles.
exactly what I wanted to hear. So what I'm gonna do is lightly desecrate the man for a purpose. I hope you guys understand. And the part that you're going to get out of that is I'm going to make you a promise, man to man. The next time I come across a place that has those papers that have the pictures, I'm going to make sure all of yours are hidden. I'm going to do you a solid.
That's swell.
But I want you to go back to being a not good guy. Don't be a bad guy. Deal?
I mean, look, our whole group here. We're all not good guys, aren't we, fellas? Not good guys. Not good guys.
Good guys. Good guys. You can change your ways still. It's not too late for you.
I think it's more the spirit of the law than the letter of the law right now, H. But
Hey,
Well,
does anyone have dibs on that longsword?
yeah, you immediately pick up the longsword, Architrax. It's just laying on the ground. You also collect your hand axes that you've thrown and your javelin.
Nice.
You check those pockets for the bugs.
He also had a small dagger on his side. You'd have picked that up as well. If you were explicitly looking for weapons on him, that's what you would have seen.
Kind of a weapon hoarder over here.
Yeah.
okay.
The not good guys, as you decide that you're going to call this group of, bandit lights, invite you to sit around the fire and enjoy some of the wares. It's approaching 7 o'clock now. Your party and caravan is probably expecting to leave soon.
Yeah. No.
I
Gentlemen,
mean, I can do some quick skimming.
we should get these goods back to the caravan and tell them that we found them here.
Well,
Not to good guys. Would you help us bring these back to the rightful owners of these? Especially these, actually I don't know where they are, but these stolen goods from the most recent crimes you've committed.
you understand how we're disinclined to give you the stuff that we rightfully stole? I mean, I know the boss was making us do it more and from specific caravans and targeting specific wagons, but we've collected a lot of good stuff in our tin there.
What specific caravans or wagons were you instructed to attack? I'm just curious.
Well, he had us making arrangements with merchants that we knew, are from around, and we would tell them that if they left early, they wouldn't get, caught in our bandit raid, and then we would, raid them instead and beat them and leave them in the trees. That was mostly the boss, but hold up.
Sounds like collusion with other merchants. That they're trying to win out the competition through malintent.
How did communicate with the other merchants? Was it through pieces of paper with squiggly lines on them?
I mean, these guys come through here, every 4 to 8 weeks. They're coming back, going there, bringing stuff, and we get to know, that cart had the good stuff. He's got those fruits, and we're not good guys, but we don't like scurvy, so we're gonna keep the fruit.
I'm willing to make that concession.
What can you left the merchant that owns this property nearly dead.
He
What
was
is
gonna,
in it for him?
He sold out the rest of his caravan. He was gonna leave them all behind to get, overrun by bandits. But joke's on him, By leaving, he made himself an easy target. Look, just go through the shed. Don't take the fruit. Maybe save some of the rich. I mean, like, I'm saying I don't dislike you guys. You killed the boss, and that's good by me. That's worth at least some of the stuff that you wanted returned. But right? I mean,
Can we roll some kind of
yeah, you can. I need
uh,
Captain Conard to tell me how he tries to do that.
So while everybody is talking to this guy, I'm gonna try to do the whole like Homer Simpson fade into the hedge, like back up real,
You're gonna
slowly. and try to-
drag the body.
I'm more gonna try to position myself. Yeah, I guess I'm no, because I know. Well, he's only a goblin. Yeah, I'll try to drag the body,
Okay.
but I'm gonna try to do it very sneakily.
Okay.
So how should I roll? Do you want me to roll stealth or strength first?
He's only a goblin. You're a human, right?
Yes.
You can drag a goblin. I mean, what's your regular stat for strength? Are you like
My score is 9, so it's a -1 modifier. It's not my best
You
stat.
should probably roll a strength then. If you've got a negative,
Okay.
just go ahead and roll a strength. Just get higher than 10. You'll be okay.
No.
athletics?
Yeah. Okay.
I do not have athletics. Oh, I do have athletics,
You can roll.
but that would have made it a 6 instead.
It would have made it a 6 instead. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Sorry, 7. Ooh.
Do you need help with that?
I'm already down there looking through. I could grab his leg if you like. Is this? Are we gonna go bury the body? Is that?
I mean, honestly, if everybody's okay with it, I was going to cut his head off. I was just going to be sensible about people's delicate natures.
For the money, I see. Yes.
Yes,
You're a headhunter.
I'm not an idiot. That is just
Yeah.
free money looking at us.
And what say you on the bounty on the rest of these fools?
I had kind of already made them a gentleman's agreement that
Mm.
we wouldn't pursue theirs since they're kind of a we were
What about-
following orders group.
What the stain this failure to protect a member of the caravan that I was guarding is problematic. I feel that I must protect my honor and the honor of my clan in some
Do you
way.
want to eat these guys?
They must pay. They must pay.
Is the insight for
I'm gonna have.
I was trying. The insight was when we were, I think, kind of listening to some story they were telling about I can't remember exactly. They were
Uh,
just they were weaving a tale, and
They
I
were
was trying to
telling
see.
they were telling
Yeah.
about you know, picking out people or getting
Mhm.
them to turn. That
Yeah.
insight's kind of low, but it
Yeah.
seems like he was being, genuine. It was a kind of odd thing to say.
Mhm.
He's kind of just going off the mouth. It doesn't seem planned for sure.
Well,
Sure,
if
what-
we
Oh,
if we can recover all but some of the citrus, and you help us reload the wagon, I suppose I could call this an even trade.
Oh
We we
man!
we
All
do
right.
have to
Okay.
inform the rest of the caravan of the traitor in their midst.
and I would say
move
that you
Knox out.
should give some of your monetary goods to pay for these items. It seems quite unlawful for you to
Gotta
just take these things that these people have spent their life.
But we'll cut you a deal, a really good deal for it. And I kind of sternly look at Hadrian.
Knox.
I'm gonna have Knox come out of hiding. Uh, I've got an idea.
Jesus!
It's a
Feel benefit
tiny.
everybody's. I feel like I've got an idea that might benefit everybody involved. Let's say, guys, go ahead and help us load all the stuff that's fallen out of the cart back in. You take a ride with us to help or guide this wagon to our destination, and then I'm more interested to see how accurate these pictures of you are. Surely we wouldn't do anything that would jeopardize you. I would just be very interested because we have to know if that's your picture we're pulling down. I don't want to pull somebody else's picture that we haven't been friendly with, so why not come with us? Then you take a portion with you as you leave.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, not to rain on your parade, Knox, but I'm pretty sure these boils are like a fingerprint. We'll know it's his picture.
You're gonna have to roll a
Persuasion.
persuasion or deception.
Can I aid if and I'm going to add in if I can aid that you could help us guard the caravan rest of the way to the town.
And I will slap Knox on the back and say, "What a fine idea, Catman."
I think that being that you're not bad guys, you have done bad things. Coming and helping this caravan for a short period would make you not bad guys, which is your goal.
I will share in the payment for helping to guard the caravan. What say you?
I mean, we don't really do that. We're more of a lay around in the forest till someone wanders by and have too much. We take
Guys,
some.
they're acting like cops. They're just hippies.
No, they're thieves.
They are thieves.
What's the difference? Hippie, thief. It's the same thing. It's a one-to-one
I'm
function,
more of a
boys.
hippie than they are.
What is hippie?
No,
Look at
Nark.
these tree
You
branches.
hit a man on the head with a stick.
I mean,
He-
I've
he-
hit a
he
man on the
attacked
head
you.
with a stick. I kicked a man in the head and he had a knife in it. Did you see that?
They did.
Yeah,
It was
I
pretty,
caught
that was
that.
pretty evil.
Why don't y'all just check out the storage? If you need help carrying it. I mean, we left the wagon. It's still there. That's actually a long walk. We had to drag it all. What do we get? We have a shitty boss. I killed him. We're all happy about that. You're happy. You're gonna take. You're gonna take his
What's in the
head
cave?
and his.
Uh,
Oh, the cave.
I'm wandering off. I'm just Architects does not suffer fools and is not very patient.
Yeah, well, he's a fool, so that's how you get away from that. Yeah, the cave is dark and cold. It's pretty wet. You don't. You'll have to roll something if you want to, look more investigate or perceive or hear or whatever. They directed you, or he was directing you, to this spot over here, the tent. That's the same tent that Knox had investigated and found the smell of fruits. It was pretty dark in there, and it was still early morning. So, inside of the cave, you can hear the sound of water dripping, the drip, 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 and the sound of silence.
I'm gonna light up a torch.
I'm gonna go in the tent.
Yeah, I was gonna go check out the tent as well.
I'll give the place a little looky-loo.
There are boxes stacked up. They are in no real specific order. However, several of them have been opened and are turned over on the ground. Those were ones holding maps, some notes. You find a few pieces of paper that are addressed to merchants across the land. Maps of forest trails and caves. Some of them more local, some of them, from distant parts of the land. Journals, supplies, bedrolls. Let's see. Are you gonna open some other boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You open another box, and it is full of ripening fruit, not rotting, but on its way to ripening. This is a clever part of the harvest, so that the fruit is tasty when it arrives in Alaria, not
Right.
by the time it gets there. So in a state of
sense.
ripening. There are other boxes that have fruit that's slightly more ripened. These look like fresher boxes. You can, they don't have names on them or anything. But the crates closer to the front have a couple boxes with some assorted tonics and potions in them, ingredients. Some of the ingredients a little harder to come by, some of them rare, some of them not. There is a box that has assorted valuables like fabrics, spices, a big box of wine, and yep, other parchments. Let's see, silver-plated goblet, jeweled dagger, necklace.
This is my box.
The box, one of the boxes that you open up that has the jeweled dagger in it, also has a lot of other assorted trinkets. They look like rings. Some of them have family coat of arms, brooches and necklaces. They look like hand-me-down or personal belongings, probably from the victims that they robbed from. Like more personal items, not wares.
We should get these and return them to their rightful owners.
I take it back. You and I should trade boxes.
At the bottom,
You look stronger than me.
At the bottom of that box with the valuables and precious, Hadrian, you see a wrapped up scroll.
Yeah, I want to take a look at like the letters, and I don't know if I'm the most intelligent in the group, but I am learned and read well. Just flip through any of the parchments and journals and see if anything sticks out. And I can roll again if you'd like me to.
Yeah, actually, as you flip through some of the merchants' papers, you see some allusions to an artifact. It's not very well described. Some of them have sketches in them as well. You read over and over again the words lost, powerful, possession, deadly traps, and like allusions to things like that. A lot of it is similar, as if it was collected, trying to get at something. Some of
Seems
the
that
other
they were
letters are just personal letters to home. I'm spending another 2 weeks in the city. Hopefully, I'll be able to sell this by the time I return.
seems that many of these letters are related, and they speak of some hidden artifact of um, great power. Seems to be hidden and well protected. I wonder what it must be. Is there any
Architrax. Oh,
sketches of
sorry.
what
Go
the
ahead.
item? Is there any sketches of what the item would look like?
Yes, but they differ, right?
Mhm.
So there doesn't seem to be a lot of consensus upon first glance.
Okay.
But yeah.
Hmm.
And we're talking
Yeah.
probably like 10 or 15 different journals that have separate allusions to that. And that stood out to you because, looking at removing hateful and violent artifacts from the land is part of, your ongoing quest.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sorry.
bad guy over there, is there anything your boss was hoping to find in these crates? Anything he might have mentioned?
He didn't tell us a lot except for like, you suck and move faster and don't drink
There was
all
a
my
wrong
beer. It was kind of obnoxious. But yeah, no, he always wanted to go after the really expensive card. So like, the one who was carrying the expensive fancy stuff that might have known somebody who knew somebody. It's like that.
Know where there's a lot more of those kind of carts that you could try? Same place that has those really cool pictures of you. Are you sure you don't want to tag along?
Yeah, that persuasion was a 13. That's against his insight, right?
Yes.
Is that how it usually works? Well,
There's plenty of room in the car.
and did you aid in that persuasion? Is that something that was happening?
Yes.
I offered it, and he also gave him a roll
Guidance.
A guidance.
Guidance.
So
Plus D4.
roll D4. Yeah.
Add a D4.
And there are written rules for aid. I don't know how you want to play with it, but it allows him to give, like, if you aid someone, they get advantage on a skill check.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so roll
It's-
another one and add the D4 to the highest. I mean, it's like aiding in conversation and persuasion is a little weird, but
Yeah. Well, I was my justification. I was trying to offer this, give them a job to help guard the caravan the rest of the way.
And you did that.
Thought that was reasonable. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was just gonna sit around today anyway. I guess. So. All right. Well,
Gives you something to do. It might be fun.
It's something to do. It's early. I'm awake. I killed a guy.
Yeah. A relaxing ride in to see a picture of yourself is definitely what I think could top this day off.
Man, I don't want to see.
It hasn't even started.
That sounds terrible. Why did I agree to this?
Fruit. Give the fruit.
For an honest day's labor and an honest day's pay. Well, try it out.
Killed somebody.
Are you gonna pay me?
Fruit.
I will pay you in kind.
So Sherman walks over. Sherman walks over to the tent. He points at the 2 boxes up in the front that were, or the several boxes, probably like 4 or 5 actually, of the cart that the cart had, that the merchant had sold. You had opened those boxes and found the victuals and potions and tonics, and various spell ingredients, as well as a scroll and no, that was in the box of the precious belongings. But he did have a journal as well. That's initially what made you look for that common thread. So, Hadrian, you've collected most of the journals that look like they directly related to it. You've left behind the obviously personal correspondence. Hang on. Okay, we're good.
Anything interesting in the cave?
Yeah, Architrax, you're several hundred feet back into the cave now. It is a large open cavern. You can hear yourself breathing and the sound of a deep, dark cave. It's unclear how deep this cave goes, but
Wow.
it does seem like it continues on. No real signs of life.
I've got up to 10 torches. I'm gonna light a couple more and throw them off into the distance to kind of create more light. See, just before I go any deeper.
Yeah, as you toss them farther into the cave, you can see that this cavern begins to close much farther in. It doesn't close completely. It looks like there are still cracks and passages that you could explore farther and deeper.
You guys happen to unload any of the stuff into that cave over there?
Well, I'm gonna start making my way back out.
What, the cave? That one over there? Nah, man, I don't go in there. It's scary. It's like dark and big. Nah, no stars. Like, I mean, maybe if there were wolves running around outside and, we didn't have any fire or weapons. No, I'm not going to the cave. You guys can go if you want. It's just a cave. It's cooler to say.
How do you know it's just a cave if you've never been in there?
I mean, it's just the one that we've always, hung out at it. And we said, I'll take you back to the bandit cave. It's cooler to say, The bandit walks over to this guy sitting over here on the couch, and he begins to talk to him a little bit.
Did we lose someone?
As he's
Yep.
talking to the other one here, you see both of them turn their heads sideways for just a moment.
I'm back.
And then they continue their conversation, and he walks back. Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Is that all of them? Let's see. This guy's name, he comes up, he says, well, my name's Sherman, and I suppose if, we're going to travel together for a minute, I don't know your names too.
Hello.
I'm Captain Conartiste, and these are some idiots I ended up following on accident.
The name is Brother Hadrian. Nice to meet you. I hope that your path goes down a brighter future for you and your compatriots.
Seems pretty bleak at this point. I'm following a bunch of goody-doers into the city where I'm a wanted man. I don't know why. That seems so dumb.
But think of the protection that the captain offered you.
Well,
He's
yeah.
not going to let anything happen to you. Would a goody doer go back on his word?
I mean, I don't know what a goody doer would do. I just, I'm
And just smile and nod.
At this point, Sherman helps you unload several of the crates out. He suggests that you also take one of the boxes of fruit. Did both of you guys do an investigation or a perception while you were searching? Did everybody who was like opening boxes and looking?
Yes, I rolled a 17, and I think Adrian rolled a
21.
21.
Yeah. Did you guys make notes of the things that I said that you either pocketed or, did something with?
Yeah, well, I made note of the stuff that Hadrian put in his pockets that I actually want later. And I put my arms around a box that had a lot of expensive looking stuff in it and said, "This is my box."
That was the one with the potions, victuals?
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Like the Silk Road valuable box.
Yeah.
Drugs and spices, baby. Let's do it.
Yep.
Look at that saffron.
It's getting later in the morning. You're probably aware at this point that if your caravan hasn't already left without you, they're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting on to after 8. You guys were able to carry those. How did you decide to carry those?
I think I probably put my box very weakly on my back, and I look pathetic trying to walk my way through the woods.
Oh,
with a
I can
crate.
carry a significant anything. Did I make it out of the cave without an incident?
Yes, the cave.
Okay.
The cave is very well lit at the moment. You look over your shoulder, and you can see the light glowing from your torches, and they're in the massive cavern.
Is there if we haven't already done so, I'd like to just note that I'm kind of keeping a map of our travels and the areas we go around, and I'd like to try to make note of this location in the cave.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a pretty good sense, I guess.
Like how far off the main road we were, what direction we traveled to get up here.
Yes, you know that the main road, which is definitely on your map.
And I'll make note of where we try to camp, like where the caravan stopped, and then cave in relation to that.
Yeah, you were only about a mile down the road, and then another couple of miles northwest of that through the woods.
What did you find in the? What did you find in that cave, Trax?
It's much larger than it looks from the outside, and it goes on much further than I was willing to explore without some backup.
You went more than like 20 feet in there?
Oh, several hundred paces, at least.
It's a scary cave. It's so big.
And you've never seen anything. And speaking of that, if I may, do an inspection or some kind of nature check to see if there's any tracks of anything coming in and out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Survival.
That's what. Yeah. Not good.
Yeah. But you did look around, and you noticed that there weren't any obvious tracks. In fact, the cave, after about 15 or 20 feet in, was undisturbed. Fresh cave rock, still kind of wet.
Sherman, How long have you camped here near this cave? It seems that you're so afraid of it, yet you've slept outside of it.
I'm afraid of going in it, but like nothing's ever come out of it. I've been one of the not good guys since I was like, I don't know, 7, 8.
Bad parenting.
I was about to say this.
I can't
Did your
disagree.
boss ever go into this cave?
I don't know. I mean, like he wasn't part of our bandit, crew. He wasn't one of the not good guys. He like sort of came in and just started, bossing us around.
Can we talk while we're walking?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
we
Yeah.
start walking down the trail, back to the main road.
And how I hear Sherman, you could call me Bob. How did this boss? How'd the goblin come to be your boss in the first place? Did he just show up one day and say, "I'm the boss"?
I mean, that is what he just said.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what happened. I mean, it was probably what, like, I don't know, a half a year ago. He's been telling us, who to rob and where to set up our ambush and who we're supposed to go be friends with, and then tell them that we're gonna, steal from their whole caravan and they should leave early, and then jump them because they're alone. And that was a good plan. It worked really good, but it just seemed wrong. You guys make it back to the wagon on the side of the road. Where is that?
you just had a square drawn. It wasn't like an actual wagon.
Okay, yeah. I think it's still nighttime there anyway, but it looked like this in daytime. But it was a square.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I get you guys here?
No, we could do that though, right?
Yep.
We can do that.
You guys came out of the woods from the north, walked down the footpath, and found yourself back at the wagon. As you're loading up all of the stuff into the wagon, you remember that there was no horse.
Well, we rode a horse and left it here.
Ah, you did leave one of your horses there. That's
Yes.
right. Good job.
What about retrieving Wilbur or whatever his name was?
Oh, the other horse?
Merchant. No, the merchant.
No, the guy that we left kind of
We passed him. Was he
covered in
still-
brush.
Yeah, through.
Okay. Will you roll a investigation?
Sure.
Or
Yeah, would it?
yeah, around the area where you expected him to be found.
Oh shit. I'm lost.
Yeah. You're pretty sure you're in the area where you left him. Knox, you identify the spot where he had been laying, and you even find the branch that was used to cover him. It's been thrown off to the side. There look to be some stumbling tracks heading away.
Now we left a torch with him, not lit.
Well,
Not
Is it
lit.
still
Bear's
there?
got him.
There is no torch.
Okay.
Definitely bears.
So we have
Bear's
to
got 'em.
assume that he carried it, or it was taken along with him. I think he might be back at the caravan.
Yeah, if he's as wicked and deceitful as the bandits imply, he might already be spreading falsehoods about us.
Okay. I can always kill him.
We better hurry.
I mean, like, of the merchants that we told, he was definitely the most ready to just leave everybody behind to get destroyed. He said something Something about an important meeting or something.
Well,
An important.
anybody will do anything when they're led by fear, which you invoked in him. So I do not see blame in him for trying to cover his own safety, but I say that we either bring this cart back to them or we go get them and bring them to this cart.
Well, this is on the direction we were heading anyway, so we can.
I mean, yeah, you know how hard it is to turn a cart around?
If they
So-
kept moving,
I would say that some of us should stay here with this cart, and some of us go get the rest of the caravan.
I need to go talk to my bird.
Okay.
Nice.
I
So
will
I'll
stay
walk
with the
back.
cart.
Half of you guys take the short mile hike down the road, back the road the way you were coming from, and you reconvene with the camp, which has all unpacked and loaded up. They're waiting. They're waiting on you.
Okay, I will stay with
Well.
this cart here.
I'll go back with Konar to, give the all clear.
Yes. Let's go, my scaly friend. Can I
You're
touch?
welcome, my drunken friend. May I touch
I-
your beard?
Oh yeah.
I cannot grow hair.
That was going to be my next question.
Yes, you would like
The one after
touch
that
my
is:
head.
do you have mites?
Mites?
Yeah, it's a. Don't worry about it. You'd know.
I do now.
Oh God. Get out of my beard.
No, I thought you were going to say that. Okay.
All right. You guys load up. While you're there in the merchant caravan, you're keeping your eye out for Marcus, but you don't see him.
Marcus was his name. All right, thanks. I had that.
Oh, tree guy. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Was I able to discern from the tracks which direction he might have led towards?
It did look like he continued away that he'd been instructed, like towards the cart and towards the main road. But by the time you got back to the main road, there weren't any distinguishable tracks.
Gotcha.
Well, it's good to see you're all safe. We recovered Marcus's goods. I see he is not with you. We found him and showed him some safety and told him to return.
He was tied to a tree.
So you're saying you didn't find Marcus?
Yeah,
Marcus.
Yeah, the missing guy, right? I'm not good with names, but
Yeah,
the missing guy.
He was the one in the front wagon that, went on down the line.
Yeah, him. No, we found him.
We best speak
He was,
moving.
he
We
was
talk.
tied to a tree.
Is your parrot gonna dance every time we make camp? Like, it's just,
Yeah, is that
okay.
distracting?
It's a little distracting, but I mean, once I close my eyes, I can't see it. So
Right. No, like that's how I treat him. If I don't look at him, he doesn't actually exist.
just I woke up and there's a dancing parrot just going to town.
Well,
Like,
yeah, no, he glums on to someone new all the time. He just like picks a new favorite.
the carts are loaded, the horses are hitched, and you guys start clopping down the road. In just a few minutes, you meet back up with Hadri and Iron Soul and the cart, which has now been hitched to the single horse. And you guys start making your way. You've only got about a half a day's ride before you reach the outskirts of the city of Alaria. The rest of the ride is uneventful. You keep your eyes peeled for signs of Marcus, but he seems to have just. I mean, vanished is a very strong word, so I don't want to use it. But he seems to have vanished.
Definitely bears.
But there, I don't want to metagame, but it sounds like Knox saw some indication that he headed back towards
Yeah, he had
the
started
camp,
heading back down the path towards the wagon, but
and if we just keep a lookout while we're heading, making our way back to Hadrian, can I roll an investigation just to see if there's any sign of a struggle or place where somebody may have left the path and made a mark?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh
nat 20.
shit. Okay.
Clutch.
Okay. Well, what happened to Marcus?
Oh, is this a GPT moment?
Yeah, it is.
That's perfect.
What happened to Marcus?
What happened to Marcus?
What world is this Marcus fellow?
That dancing bird is hilarious.
It is pretty fun.
Did anybody catch the name of the city? I don't want to.
This
Yeah,
is
let me look. We
Alaria. This is the major city.
caravan to Alaria, main city from the coast.
Mhm.
We're heading from the coast.
From the coast to the major city. With that critical 20, with that nat 20, very nice. You just a little ways in the wrong direction, as if once you're passing, you didn't see anything up to Hadrian, and you decided that he appeared to have vanished. Another couple of miles down the road, you spot what looks like someone stumbled off the path, and when you investigate, you find a bloody coat. Not a fancy coat, just like a merchant jacket.
So I'll bring it out and show it to the rest of the merchants to see if they can identify it as Marcus's coat. I wasn't paying that close of attention.
Knox, actually, you recognize that coat as you pulled the purse out of that. You recognize the pocket. You even see where it was a little bit torn, where the wallet that you had collected got stuck. That looks like Marcus's jacket.
Is the coat torn and slashed, or is it just there's blood on it?
It is torn and slashed.
Perhaps
I knew it was bears.
some wild beast took
Oh,
Marcus.
Michael, you're muted.
Who's muted?
Nope, no. I don't know what happened.
Michael's muted.
Did your audio drop
I'll
out,
put it.
Michael?
I'll put it to the rest of the merchants if they think it's worth looking for the body and exploring.
Oh, I don't think that I don't think there's much you can do. You see the size of those claw marks? It's like that's a pretty massive set of tears. I don't want to mess with that. Is there anything in the pockets?
No. He was abducted by bandits, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they looted his body.
Sherman says from beside whoever he's riding the wagon with, probably Hadrian. I didn't take that kind of thing. That, like, we didn't do that. Like, we usually, beat them up a little bit. Sometimes slice them just for scares. But that we didn't do that.
Some mysteries are better left unsolved.
These
As
roads are quite treacherous. It could have been many of anything.
Hello.
Yeah, there you
Hello.
go.
we got it. As you go to discard the coat, a small bloody scrap of paper falls out of
Mm.
a secondary pocket.
Oh, I'd like to read that. If it's fallen in my at my feet, I'll pick it up, and I can read.
Okay.
Most of my
That
characters
is
can't read, so it's kind of a
surprising.
treat for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing to that poor microphone?
Yeah. I don't think it liked it, or it did, and
Oh, my bad.
I don't want to be a part of that.
I had something on my camera.
The note reads, Marcus, I've received word that the bandits are closing in on our activities. We need to abandon your camp immediately and relocate to the backup hideout. I have attracted too much attention, and our plans may be compromised. Take the important carried journal and leave no traces behind. We must regroup and lay low until the bandit heat dies down. Meet me at the rendezvous point tonight.
This sounds like a mystery out of my league, and I'll give the note over to Hadrian. Assuming I saw him collecting some and reading through the content, but it looks like Marcus may have been more than just a merchant out for himself. And I don't. Is there a signature who it's from? Does it say or
Yep, it is signed with a capital B.
capital the boss?
Bears.
Bears. The Bears.
God, bring us our jars of honey, or else.
It's interesting that if the boss wrote this and wanted to rendezvous with him,
And the bandit. Yeah.
they must have turned on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if one of these journals I've collected is the journal this letter speaks of.
Ooh, fancy thinking there.
And therefore therefore Marcus knows of this artifact, or at least was carrying this journal. I wonder if that cave, it sparks my interest.
Might as
Relating
well.
to this
Well,
artifact.
Perhaps
Get
we
to reading, nerd.
get rid of these. Deliver these merchants to their
Yes.
final destination and can investigate.
I start pulling a knife, give with a questioning look. Final destination?
Their destination in Alaria.
Yes,
I start putting the knife back in the sheath.
we can rest there and come back this way.
Yes. Gather supplies, rest, be prepared for adventure.
Maybe we can get rid of this captain. He doesn't seem very.
I don't know.
I'll be honest. This is
I like
the
his
worst.
word.
This is the worst bar crawl I've ever been on.
But fortunately for Captain Konar, as the late afternoon rolls around, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, you have started to pull up into the outer parts of the city. You can see the large spires of the castle, in town, and you see you've passed through some of the farmlands. There's some farmers out tending the field. It's a lovely time of year. Actually, there are squash of various varieties, and some stalky vegetables. As you approach the guards' tower, basically the gate, main entrance. It's not walled off. It's just the checkpoint where the major road enters. The couple of guards standing there, give you the halt sign. And one of them walks up to the lead wagon. Would you say, Architrix, that you're now in the lead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I also, I'm leading the. I'm in the lead wagon, I guess you could say, driving it. And if questioned, I would try to use my rustic hospitality.
Is that a feature?
Yeah.
Can we see that?
Oh, you were going to be helpful.
Oh, sweet, you're folk hero. I love folk hero.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good background.
That's cool. Yeah. The guards ask you, what's your business in Alaria? And you do the head nod that only the locals would know as one of the people. And they give it to you right back subtly as you tell them that you're delivering the merchant caravan. You count your 11 wagons and horses to the main market square. They start to usher you through as many of the wagons start going off in advance.
We found these lost drunken men in the woods and offered to escort them to town in exchange for their manual labor. And I'll kind of sweep
That sounds like slavery.
Yeah, were you
Ox is
speaking
going to
about
pop his
Sherman?
head out of
Oh,
the.
sorry.
Yes.
Ox is going to pop his head out of the caravan and be like, "You should take a good look at their faces. Sure, they're recognizable." And pop back in.
Boy, I'm so close to hitting you. Oh.
The guard does actually take a look at Sherman's face, and you see him with a puzzled stare and kind of looks up into the.
I'm going to try to break this line of thought, and I'm going to hold up the head of the goblin.
Holy crap!
Be like, oh, he's got a poster, right?
Oh my god, that's.
Sherman, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, man.
All right.
Yeah, Sherman slides off the side of the cart and hurries along after one of the other wagons. He gives you the sign, like maybe he'll meet you up later. The guard captain says, "That's the head of a goblin. You brought in the head of a goblin." Like,
Yeah. Well, yes, because I was informed, really, that it's possible he had a wanted poster with a drawing of said head on it that's worth money. Is this not the place to turn it in?
I mean, typically, like, the rewards are for the individual, not like pieces of them, but I mean, he looks kind of shady. That's a really nice jacket you have on, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It was his.
Ah, okay.
And you see the hole in the side, and I start like fingering where the javelin,
The javelin, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that it's I hope that he's got a bounty on his head.
I was assured that he did.
For your sake, because it looks like you're walking here with evidence of a murder you've committed.
Technically, it was self-defense. He stabbed me first. Hadrian here can confirm it. Even Architect, you seem to know him.
He was quite violent when we came upon him. He was also stealing from our merchants. And
we were hired to guard this caravan, and he had raided one of the wagons.
He was the boss of a bandit group that we have.
As we say at some of the ports I've been to, his mouth was writing checks that his ass couldn't cash.
Yeah, that's good. You guys are funny. Enjoy Alaria. Try not to kill anybody inside the city walls. I mean,
okay.
Bad guys or not good guys are not really the favorite people here. And and just to be frank, as far as not good guys go in Alaria, it's usually the uppity ups. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking
Right,
bad
like-
about King. I'm not talking bad about the king. No,
Sure.
no,
Yeah. No. Right. I wink at him. But I turn and look at Nox and say, but they're not worried about the little guys. Okay, guys? We're not fucking narcs.
They let you pass into the city. Several of them wave at you as you go by, and you guys say goodbye one by one to each of the merchants as they peel off to take their wagon.
Do we collect our fees?
Yes. One of the primary merchants that you've been dealing with comes up to you and hands you a gold satchel, or a satchel with gold in it. Inside of it is 15 gold pieces.
We're rich.
Well,
Drinks?
it seems. Well, yes. Here, why don't we? It seems only fair to share the wealth. We all saved that wagon, and it couldn't have been done without you. So
I argue I
four
get
of
an
us.
extra gold coin because I have to repair this shirt now. There's a stab wound on both sides.
Yes, but your pockets seem awfully heavy with the spoils of from the bandit cap. How about the the leftover gold goes to buying a round of drinks for everyone?
Deal.
That sounds good to me.
So that
not
be-
not too far into town. You guys came in with a horse yourselves, so you
Have dinner.
you have dinner. Do you guys decide to seek a stable to store your mounts? There's probably two or three horses. No more than that. You didn't each have a steed. Hadrian, would you have had your own steed?
No,
No.
that is not something I can afford.
Okay. Would you have
Would
had
not need one.
your own steed? Keeler?
no I think so.
Yeah, Keeler.
He's tracks.
Architrax.
Architrax. My fault. Yeah.
You could
Architrax.
you could say tracks. It's easier.
Trax.
No, the horse that Trax rode after was one of the caravans.
One of the caravans.
Yeah.
You were still sitting astride it after you received your 15 gold,
Mm-hmm.
and the merchant has left.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Marcus is not there anymore to claim any of his goods, so I suppose they could. I mean, be ours.
and they are.
We open a fruit stand.
They are
Yeah.
mine.
As
They
you
are
guys-
mine.
As you guys
This is
look
my
around-
box.
As you guys look around, you realize you're left there with the supplies that belong to Marcus, his steed, or a steed, and it would have been a second steed, but that went missing somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You
I
guys,
name you Harold. I say to the horse.
You name the horse Harold?
Harold. Yes. While Architrax is on top of it.
Hmm.
Architrax meet Harold.
Well, now we have a cart.
We do have a
horse.
cart.
And a horse.
And a horse.
Let's not throw this one down a hole, okay?
And I could drive a cart.
It's
I
even
have-
better. I'm pretty
What-
sure I have a box of drugs.
What a bounty.
Yes, you guys
This
could
was a
probably
good-
spend some time actually inventorying your goods. It is still midday, and it will be midday next week when we resume our quest in the city of Alaria, as you will determine where you are and what you're doing. Certainly, you will have found a tavern or an inn, as this is a very populous city. There are probably many to choose from. Thanks for playing tonight, guys. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and
Woo.
Yeah, that was
stop
fun.
our recording.
Yeah.
Woo!